Okay, so I'm gonna, because it's gonna really bother me if I'm seeing myself in my, like, it's like vortex to hell or something. You get like all these different windows that are the same thing over and over and over. It's really disturbing. Okay, and then I'm gonna pin myself. All right, so on here, now it's gonna be easier if you take the staple out, just telling you. So on the front, you have 9 victims, okay? And don't worry, there's no math. Don't let this scare you. There's no math on this at all. So, and I'm gonna help you with victim number 1, okay? And then if you guys wanna group up, great. If you wanna go to the pods, great. If you wanna work by yourself, fine, whatever, it's test grade. So on here, if you take a look at victim number 1, I personally just look at the percentage of the carbon and use that to determine the substance. Once again, you're not doing any math. But victim number 1, oh, and then the train also explodes. There's a bomber, so everybody dies anyway. So it's not just the person that's murdered. Huh? Everybody dies. Everybody gets blown up. Everybody dies. We're figuring out who the bomber was, who the murderer was, and who was murdered. There are 3 people. This is the data. This is the page that I actually want turned in. So you're not like doing extra information and then having to like move it back over. The first thing you actually can do, once I explain this, is where it says where it's found right here, goes 1 through 9. On the front, it tells you where it's found. So number 1, something's found in their blood. Is also find something in their luggage. Victim 2 has a briefcase and something's found in their stomach. Victim 3 has something in their blood and in their pockets, and so does number 4. So you literally are just transferring those over onto here. And then you're going to take a look at that chemical composition. I personally just look at the carbon percentage. So since we're doing number 1 together, the carbon percentage is 75.41%. The back of the first page, we're going to find the substance that has the 75.41%, and it's down here. Okay, that substance is called strychnine. So when it says name of the compound on the data chart, for number 1, the first substance would be strychnine. You're going to copy over not the percentages, but the chemical composition of strychnine. Where'd it go? Is C21H22N2O2. And then where it's found, it was found in that person's blood. Okay, so this person ingested rat poison in some way, shape, or form. Here, y'all need this. That's what strychnine is. Oh, you don't need to. I'm sorry, I thought I was handing each of you one. I'm sorry. Okay, so once again, on your data chart, victim number 1, the first thing was strychnine, that chemical composition, which I can't even remember what it was. Where'd it go? The C21H22N2O2. That's what's going to go here. It was found in their blood. Now you can't figure out who is who until like you're going to start doing process of elimination, just like if you played the game Clue. And then substance number 2 is the 67.31% of carbon. If you take a look at the substances, the one that's 67.31%, this person has a large amount of cocaine in their luggage. The chemical formula for cocaine, in case you've ever wondered, is C17H21NO4. Okay? Once again, it was cocaine, that formula found in the luggage. You're going to do this for each victim. That's the easy part, is just transferring it all into one spot. And then the other page that we haven't looked at, these are the people that were on the train. Number 1 was a former parole officer for convicted gang members retired from the service due to a heart condition. Okay, if you've never played Clue, his heart condition, he's going to have to take heart medication because he has a heart condition. And of the substances that are listed, the nitroglycerin can be used in explosives, but it's also a key component of heart medication. So whoever has nitroglycerin in their blood has to be that particular individual. The easiest people to identify are, I just told you the heart condition one, the baker, You should know what bakers do by now. Of all the substances that you have, 2 of which are vanilla flavoring and chocolate flavoring. That is going to be your baker. Yes. Never mind. We have a train employee that's on a diet, artificial sweetener. Whoever has the artificial sweetener in their system is going to be that person. We have a pro athlete suspended for drug violations. Now, there are different substances on here that can be abused, okay, but most of them are pharmaceuticals. The drug on here is cocaine. Cocaine is found in multiple people, either in their system or on their person. We have a chemistry teacher that likes to study primitive cultures. We have a gang member and suspected drug dealer. Often spotted, okay, selling drugs to kids. All right, and then we have Miss Moore made the list. She's the high school principal that's often depressed from dealing with troubled students and students with chronic absences. She's depressed. No, she's depressed. I'm not saying she's really depressed in real life. I honestly don't know. But on here, I don't know. A lot of people deal with depression. One of the substances is for depression. One of the chemicals is for depression. It's not the cocaine. Okay. Does Miss Moore do coke? I was like, no, what's wrong with you? And then we have a former train engineer that was laid off due to budget constraints. So you're going to identify each individual, and then you have to figure out who blew up the train, who was killed, and who killed them and why. And I had one of my 2 groups that finished. Theirs was perfect. The other one, everything was right, but they had the wrong murderer and the wrong person that was murdered. Murderee? Victim, there you go. So, and for those of you that are online, if you guys want to unmute yourself and sort of talk through it together, you're more than welcome to. You could turn your cameras on. Here, let me turn my camera back off. You can turn your cameras on, and then you can pin yourself. Y'all know how to pin yourself through Google Meets, right? How to make your screen show to everybody else? Yeah, basically, pin yourself. Okay, anyways, you're more than welcome to work with each other. Like I said, if you just want to do this by yourself, I had multiple students that did this by themselves, and one of them, Logan, did it by himself. He was the fastest one to do it, and it was right. Because some of you like the thinking things. Now, I'm going to stop the recording.